After a 22-year absence, the Boston Celtics are NBA champions once again. The greatest single season.
There is no greater rivalry in basketball than Lakers-Celtics. Just mentioning the two in the same sentence brings back a lot of memories. Bill Russell vs. Elgin Baylor, John Havlicek vs. Jerry West, Magic vs. Bird. I mean, iconic shots and hanging banners crowd the chapters of Lakers-Celtics history. The two winningest basketball franchises ever have met in the NBA Finals 12 times. 7 of those matchups happened before Kobe Bryant was even born. He was only 9 when the Lakers prevailed over Boston in 1987, the last time they'd meet for over 20 years. But by 2010, Kobe's legacy would be immortalized within the greatest basketball rivalry ever. "2010 meant so much to Kobe, mostly because of what happened in 2008, a year when the Lakers finished the regular season with the best record in the Western Conference. Obviously, Lakers fans were convinced it was their year, but the hype reached another level when Los Angeles dismantled the Spurs en route to their first finals since Shaq was in town. Yes, those Spurs, the same franchise who won 5 rings together in under 2 decades. The Lakers beat them in 5 games. Within 24 hours, the excitement would skyrocket when the Boston Celtics won the East and beat the same Pistons team that ended the Shaq era. The stage was set for a 2008 Lakers-Celtics finale.
It kind of gets ingrained in you, and it's different. It's different playing the Celtics. It just is. I mean, we developed a rivalry and a hate for the Detroit Pistons as well, but it was a different kind of rivalry, a different kind of hate. There wasn't a history behind it.
Los Angeles was ready for 2008. Bryant was poised to destroy the myth that he needed a superstar to win a ring. But the Celtics weren't going to roll over. The Lakers flew to Boston for Game 1 and received a rude awakening. Behind a raucous TD Garden and a well-balanced offensive attack, the Celtics took Game 1 by double digits. The spotlight belonged to Paul Pierce, the star of the infamous wheelchair game. With 6:49 left in the third quarter, teammate Kendrick Perkins landed awkwardly on the Truth's foot. Pierce went down immediately, grabbing his knee. As he writhed on the floor, a hushed demeanor fell in the stadium. Pierce was unable to walk under his own power. He used a wheelchair to exit the floor. Less than 2 minutes later, Pierce was back on the court. The crowd, the Lakers, everyone was shocked. 4 minutes after his scary injury, Pierce scored 6 straight points to give the Celtics all the momentum and eventually the game. The Lakers came out determined to win Game 2, but in a trend that continued throughout the series, they'd start fast before falling flat. They would go down 2-0 heading back to LA. Game 3 became a must-win. With their backs against the wall, Kobe took over. He scored 11 points in the first quarter and finished with 36. On a night when the rest of the Lakers shot a combined 25% from the floor, Bryant carried the purple and gold to their first win of the series. Unfortunately for the Lakers, any semblance of hope gained from that Game 3 win was crushed in Game 4. They squandered a 24-point lead on their home floor, giving the Celtics a 3-1 series lead.
That was a little sour for us. We were up by like 24 points, I think, at home. Ended up losing that game. And I think that's what cost us the series. And if we knew it, we felt that we went back to Boston after the two, it would have been a whole different story.
Game 5 felt more like a consolation win than anything. In their best team effort of the finals, the Lakers won their last game in Los Angeles. Phil Jackson attempted to keep spirits up, but the media constantly reminded the Lakers that no team had ever come back from a 3-1 NBA Finals deficit. Winning twice in Boston seemed unlikely, but there was a glimmer of hope. This glimmer was extinguished emphatically. Game 6 of the 2008 Finals will live in infamy for Lakers fans forever. Los Angeles was outplayed in every facet of the game. The Celtics scored at will and suffocated the Lakers' offense. It was an end-to-end beatdown. The Lakers walked off the floor with heads hanging as green and white confetti rained down. For a competitor like Kobe Bryant, the loss was soul-crushing. His detailed memory of the loss would haunt him for 2 years. Kobe said, "It was a tough 2 years in between. I remember when we were losing, they played that song, that Journey song, and the whole arena started singing that song, and I hated that damn song for 2 years. Seriously, man. But I listened to that song every single day because it just reminded me of that feeling." In his final post-game interview of 2008, Bryant was reminded of his individual accolades, but the 2008 MVP let those reporters know that in his eyes, this was a lost season. Kobe said the goal was to win a championship. It wasn't to win MVP or anything like that. It was to win a championship. So in that aspect, we failed. Kobe was never one to hang his head and mope. He went right back to work.
Coming off of the 08 loss, so, to start the season 08-09, the level of intensity in practice, the way we pushed each other to get better, the way the second team would challenge the first team, and vice versa, those are the memories that stick out the most.
The Lakers marched through the following season with vengeance. A finals berth and a rematch with the Celtics wasn't the only thing the Lakers wanted. They needed to dispel the theory that the team was soft, easily bullied, and melted under pressure.
We're hoping for that rematch, and I think in our locker room, when they played that finals again, I wasn't there, but they were, the Lakers were labeled as kind of soft, and people felt like they got pushed around. So definitely that second go around, it was a big mantra and thing for our guys to not get pushed around and not get punked.
Obviously, the Lakers could not get their revenge in 2009. The Celtics were knocked out by the champions of the Eastern Conference, the Orlando Magic. Los Angeles would win its 4th trophy of the decade, but it was more bitter than sweet. The Lakers couldn't enjoy it with the taste of 08 lingering in their mouths. The revenge matchup would have to wait.
We weren't really disappointed to not play the Celtics because it didn't matter to us. The next year, though, I feel like it mattered because we were destined to match up against them. There was just no way around it.
For Bryant and the team to redeem themselves, they knew there was only one path: defeating the Boston Celtics on the biggest stage. Pau Gasol was good, very good. He was undoubtedly a top 15 player for much of the 2000s. He's one of the most underappreciated perennial all-stars of all time.